Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Dooley, who is approaching. Mr. Dooley,
Calvin Dooley.
thank you. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for sentencing. We did review the recommendation. We do ask that you adopt it. For the most part, we are requesting the court to consider a reduced probationary term, perhaps a 6-month term. Mr. Dooley is before the court for sentencing on a first-time operating while intoxicated case. His last conviction was over 10 years ago. This offense date was almost 5 months ago. He's had no other convictions or other interactions with the criminal justice system since that conviction last 10 years ago. And then this offense date, he has been compliant on bond. I know there was a report with some late tests, but he has been on the SoberLink for 3 months, blowing 3 times a day. He's not tested positive for any alcohol or substances. In this case, he was very cooperative at the scene. He blew a .13. He did bring $500 to pay his fines and costs. However, there was an issue with a clerical error at the court. He is not working right now because the case was filed or coded incorrectly, that he pled to operating while intoxicated, not visibly impaired. He got a letter from Secretary of State stating that his license was suspended when it should not have been. So he hasn't been driving because of that, which has—
That was right after the plea that happened.
Right.
I think they had brought that to my attention. We don't enter it. I mean,
this court, right. And I tried to explain to Mr. Dooley, that it was a human error, but it never should have happened because his license was improperly suspended. And obviously getting around in Michigan with no license is very difficult.
Especially out here.
So
I remember it being brought to my attention, but like I said, I don't enter it. Did they get it corrected?
Yes,
That I know of. To me, I mean, I ain't get nothing in the mail, so I haven't been driving still because I'm trying to honor what you said. So
I spoke with Miss Wielding this week, and she was able to contact the clerk's office, and the clerk's office emailed yesterday or Monday that they resent the abstract to Secretary of State. So
Can you run it? I don't know that they ran me.
I don't know who did the abstract is correct.
Well, right, but I don't care about that. I just want to know because just run it.
So yeah, he does construction. So obviously not being able to drive, being able to get to work has impacted that. So he has brought the $500 to demonstrate to the court that he takes it seriously. He wants to do what he needs to do. But obviously that has impacted things over the last couple of months. And I didn't catch it. Mr. Dooley brought it to my attention. He got the letter, I think, early December, and really just was kind of like, I want to comply with what the court says, but did bring it to my attention this week. So I wanted to bring it to the court's attention too, that obviously that's impacted his life significantly.
Is there anything you want to say before I say?
no, man. I mean, no, sir. I was really conversation with her, but it was like,
Oh, you gave me a promotion.
no, I'm sorry. Like that. Pretty much, I learned my lesson with this. Like, I'm not a drinker. I just decided to go out with a few friends. I barely go out, so I did something stupid, and I'm paying for it with money, and that's pretty much like anybody that know me. Money is my everything. So you're making me spend it all. I learned my lesson. I'm good on it.
I don't know what this means.
And I was just trying to make sure that my paperwork do say
Visibly impaired.
visibly impaired instead of driving under the influence, because not y'all court, but I had a prior situation where I was double charged. Well, I ain't gonna say double charged, but they made two. I don't know how to say it. I had two of the same charges on one case, and I've been trying to get my felonies expunged. And that was one of the reasons why they kind of held me up, because they say they put 2 counts, and I only got charged with, convicted of 1, and they had 2 counts. I'm just want to make sure my paperwork right. So at the end of this, I can actually do what I was priorly doing beforehand, trying to get my everything back.
So I see it as suspended, but it looks like he's operating off a 625G permit.
They did send me something to say a restriction for 190 days.
Yeah.
And they extended it some more because of the taking a plea to the DUI or whatever. So they extended it to November. It was supposed to be to June, but then they extended it to the 11th of November, 2026.
Yeah, well, and I believe once it's corrected to, visibly impaired, the restricted period is shorter
Shorter,
than the
right?
operating while
Right.
intoxicated.
I'm just looking for it.
And I think, Mr. Dooley, while the court's reviewing that, they did say that they fixed the file, so at the clerks at the front, they can give you all the paperwork that says that it was visibly impaired for the people behind the glass.
All right, right at the front, right? I paid them too, though, right? That's
Yep.
where I paid them.
Yep.
So, row. Here it is.
There's one more thing. They still gonna do the 30.
Now,
While I'm waiting.
well, that's the card.
Still doing 30 days.
So once. So the court is the silver 30 days, you'll have to comply with that. For the 30 days for the suspension. I think you have to wait until.
I want to, I mean, suspension is
How
suspended.
long were you expecting the restriction,
How long was I suspended?
No.
Oh,
council?
So it's visibly impaired, there should be no suspension, just, I believe it's 150 days restricted, is that right?
No, I think you're right. I'm just saying,
180 days.
yeah, it should
took
be
me 190.
restricted, but I don't see anything so weird. Because as I'm looking at it right now, on both parts of this that I would look at it, it tells me that he's suspended. But then he has a restricted license. So they may be the same thing, that your suspended followed by restricted license.
Right,
So it's restricted.
once the suspension lifts.
If I can help you, they
But
sent me.
why does he have, I guess I'm trying to figure out,
Because they sent me.
they've got him suspended from December 24th through June 21st, 2026. Then he's eligible for a restricted, basically a 1-month suspension on his license. So as it sits right now, as I'm looking at this, he's not eligible to drive
Right,
now
right,
until not this Friday, but the next Friday.
That's why I was saying they
Right.
suspended it for a month. And she told me I wasn't supposed to be suspended.
right.
So I haven't been driving. My fiance been driving.
She's having a driving.
And she don't like
Is she
it.
yelling at you?
She don't like driving.
Huh?
She don't like driving.
She doesn't like driving?
We on 3 vehicles.
Like with everything, like
Don't.
everything's your fault anyway. Right? Isn't that right, man? See? So you have my permission that as you're driving around to yell at me. Okay? Anyway, anything else you want to say before I?
One question about the sober link, because I know I'm supposed to go right on probation. So it got me saying that I was supposed to blow again for 30 more days on the sober link. So I'm paying for that plus probation.
Pardon?
That's what I'm saying. I gotta pay for the sober link. I already know that, right? So you extended it for 30 more days after being on probation. So I'm gonna be going on the breathalyzer with the link.
Unless you want to do 4 days.
No, I'm good.
I mean, that's what it is. Your sober link's extended for that period of time, and I don't give the jail time on this. All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
The court acknowledges this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute, however, does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of early intervention and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and monitor compliance and recommended treatment. So therefore, the sentence of the court, I am going to impose the 12 months probationary term. He's to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $360 probation oversight fees. You're to pay $500 today. When do you think you can pay the balance, sir?
When I can get a job.
Okay, well, that doesn't help me here. So what I'm gonna do is pay $500 today. Then a payment plan as arranged by probation. Do it that way. It's new use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete the alcohol highway safety education program.